Hi everyone. So I just finished my last live lecture with my first group of 300-hour students. This is a huge deal because they carve out 5 days a week to lecture, practice, and study. And today was the finishing of 8 weeks straight of that. The content that I create with these students is then available to the next group of students. So all of the students to come have a much more flexible program where they have a little bit of a choice over when and how and where they do the lectures, right? So they're available to them, but if they do it a Monday through Friday, it's kind of up to them. You want to take the course slower or quicker, it's up to you. But as for this first initial group, we've been going hard. We've been going 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. They do things on the weekends too, because we have lots of homework. They're not done. Now we move forward into sport analysis case studies, and then their finals, which consists of 3 4-week case studies with real human beings. So the format of the Monday through Friday lectures, they have accomplished that. That's really the heavy lifting. That's the big stuff. Now it's just the final projects to put everything they learned into use and work through it mentally with all of the knowledge they've acquired. But needless to say, we just finished our last Friday recap. Huge accomplishment for me. I've really enjoyed this. But it is also me carving out all that time and energy, and before carving out time for lecture practices, etc. It was the creation process of this 350-page manual, and it's an interactive digital manual. It's full of video libraries. We go over so many different techniques. We do core values training, how to heal from the inside out, how to build on top of that. Functional training. We do a little bit of a hybrid of little personal training and fitness and exercise science concepts intermixed with yoga and that ancient wisdom. We do myofascial release training. We do resetting tissues training. We do neurodynamic movement training, nerve gliding, nerve flossing. We do dynamic movement training. And then, we study sports too. So it's a lot. It was so fun. It's the most fun I've ever had teaching, honestly, because other than being in person and doing like retreats and traveling to different locations, always fun to do those things too. But this subject matter has been my passionate pursuit. It's the accumulation of all of my education and life experiences to this point. It is my overall passion in life is, besides being a mother, that's top tier, but just the human body, health, wellness, fitness, movement as joy, movement as medicine, that whole realm of body wisdom, therapeutics, and just enjoying movement in life. So while they do all their case studies, their sport analysis, I'm kind of on call. We talk, we text, we whatever. And so it's really fun. They just work through it. They have all the information. That's the hard part, learning all the information. Now they get to apply it. That's kind of the fun part. But that being said, I back away from my black curtain wall. Here's the deal. When I start this whole process, this whole creation process, I put up this big black curtain. And this is where I film. This is where I film practices, content, video libraries, lectures, and everything. We're in my living room, and this is the part that my whole family kind of dedicates to this process. This is the big black curtain, and it kind of feels like when the job is done, when the big job is accomplished, then the curtain gets to fall. I get to take down the curtain. We get our wall back, and it just is this kind of like final call, curtain closing. I did the show, I did the thing. It's a huge accomplishment. I'm not excited because it's over, but I'm excited because it's never over. Now it's just in a different format for more people to enjoy and for me to help guide as a real live human. But this part, this creation part that took so long, the creation of this manual, the filming, the classes, the lectures, the the libraries, the movement libraries, not only is it the accumulation of my life's journey and many, many, many years of education, but it's also been about a year of creating this particular curriculum, creating the physical manual, creating the digital interactive manual, and then going through this course with this first initial group of students. So this is kind of my symbolic celebration to finishing probably the biggest goal in this occupation and this career. This particular training was the biggest thing that I've ever put together, from creating curriculum, creating manual, and then putting it all together and doing all of the libraries, doing all of the lectures, etc. So you get to be with me on this particular moment where I take down the curtain as my celebration of a job well done, and a job well and done. So I'm pretty excited right now, feeling super energized. It doesn't mean I stopped creating. I'm actually about to film. I'll just be using the real wall for the portal, which if you have not joined the portal, you really should. There's already over 250, maybe close to 300 videos on there. There's my video blog. There's a myofascial release library, a neurodynamic nerve gliding library. There's an asana library, postures. They're all video libraries, which is super cool. Short, digestible. There's classes. There's inspiration, which might just be a cool flow with music, or it could just be a thought, or a transition mission, which is my way of saying a creative movement or cool transition, or a couple postures I linked together that I thought were really fun, and I kind of short tutorial it. There are also short tutorials, and there's longer workshops. And then there's a few different courses that I'm working on presently. One's a non-weight bearing course. So I call that hip no hop, because we use a hip resistance band. Designed that for my sister who's currently recovering from a really bad fall, a really bad injury, and she is off one of her legs for a while now, unfortunately. But it inspired me to create this program. I have an ab sessions program because I'm always obsessed with core workouts and the core, just the core in general. It's functionality, healing it as well. And then we have an upside down series, and I know that I've done a lot of different handstand series and workshops and stuff, but here comes another one right at you. The upside down series will be the latest and the greatest. We'll go over upside down anatomy and physiology. We'll go over headstands, forearm stands, handstands, arm balances, transitions, pressing up, and deceleration or negatives. All right, you guys, there it is. The wall is back. Silly me, I need to repair that part. I did that, that's my fault, a little hole in the wall there, but, or a little dent, it's more of a dent, but thank you for being part of this moment. Huge accomplishment. Go join the portal and I'll see you there.